High Hopes Jackie Baseball Report, sponsored by NJM Insurance.
It's time for the High Hopes Jackie Baseball Report.
Joining me right now is Jackie Baseball. Fritz.
Here's Jackie Baseball.
All right, so Kyle Schwarber wait continues. It seems like he could be, according to Jeff Passan, the first big bat, the big domino to fall next week at the winter meetings.
Which days are the winter meetings? You don't know.
I think they start Sunday.
Okay.
Run all
This Sunday.
And it runs all week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe we get some action, probably a Schwarber signing. He did also report that the Mets are in on Kyle Schwarber because they're probably going to lose Pete Alonso. It doesn't seem like they want to pay him, and I think he might be a Red Sox, so they're looking for some thump. They're looking for new leadership as well. So Mets in on Schwarber. Obviously, I think Mets, Red Sox, Cubs, Reds. Those
are the teams that are in on Schwarber.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Mets would be the one team that I'm like, no. Yeah, I don't want to see Kyle Schwarber with the Mets. You put him with Lindor and Soto out there? Nah.
You see the report that Lindor and Soto don't like each other?
Well, yeah, that Soto's business-like, I guess, and he's a little icy in the clubhouse.
Yeah, Lindor is not.
Lindor got in a shouting match with McNeil, I guess, for a play that happened here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It seems like the Mets are trying to rid themselves of Nimmo, Alonso, and McNeil.
Which was the triumvirate that Sal Licata said was toxic 2 years ago.
Correct.
He got shouted down over
by those 7-line guys.
Is that like the Jake Arrieta era when they were playing video games? And who was that took the bat to the TV?
Carlos Santana.
Yeah, Carlos Santana.
Yeah. Now the difference is they are pretty good all time. Like Pete Alonso's the all-time Mets home run king. Nimmo's been the longest tenured Met.
Yeah. Great Mets.
They're good. Like those guys were just stopgaps, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, they seem frustrated with the culture. Remember when Evan Roberts, also a WF fan, said months ago that they needed Schwarber because of a culture change in the clubhouse.
Well, look, all right. First of all, I think Jeff Passan's doing. Who's Schwarber's agent?
Casey Close.
Jeff Passan's been a little like, hey, Kyle Schwarber's going to get $1 billion. The Phillies better sign him. Like, I think that there's maybe a little bit of water being held by Jeff Passan for the agent. That's the first thing. The second thing is, Kyle Schwarber's a good player, a good clubhouse guy. Like, do you see him as Mr. Leader guy? I do not.
I think people around baseball do.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's viewed as arguably the best clubhouse guy in baseball. I mean, I know.
What does that mean?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what it seems like is talked about Kyle Schwarber.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
people love him.
And I want us to remain loving him. And I think that could happen if he's not playing for the damn rival.
Yeah, he goes to the Mets. It's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he can go to hell then if he goes to the Mets.
Like, you go to the Mets. I'm like, this whole fan base is looking at you different now.
Well, they want to lock up 6 years of Schwarber next to their 10 years of DH Soto.
Yeah, where's he playing?
How many DHs can they have?
Well, Vientos is a DH.
Yeah,
he's on their infield. Listen.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like if it's really 5 or 6 years from Schwarber, that would be a risky proposition for the Mets, knowing that Soto's future is also as a DH.
Sure.
Just be risky. And I know Soto is 26 or whatever, but he looks a lot closer to DH at 26 than most guys do at 26. Is what I would say.
No, he looks pretty good.
Yeah, good player, but
not defensive player.
Yeah.
So, listen, I feel like maybe the Phillies are in the mindset of go prove to us you're getting this big, lucrative offer, and we'll match it. You know, I don't think the Phillies want to feel like they have to overpay for Kyle Schwarber. It does feel a little bit of scare tactic-y.
Yeah.
Now, the Reds, they're not scaring anyone, but I think that I actually do think the Reds are a factor here. So, they did get Terry Francona, who's a big-time manager. They theoretically should have money to spend. They're not spending it on anyone else. They have a great pitching staff, a great starting staff. Like, if there's one guy to bring in and put him over the top, he's going to hit 500 home runs in that ballpark. I mean, I think the Reds are being a little bit poo-pooed, in my opinion.
Yeah, poo-poo.
Yeah. I know. I'm talking Captain.
Okay, so let's say the Reds offer 5 years and $180 million. Do you want the Phillies to give Kyle Schwarber 6 years?
No.
Or would you match 5 years, 180?
No. Like, go enjoy Skyline Chili.
So what do you want? First of all, that was unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Totally agree. I was lashing out. My bad. It's okay.
That was totally unnecessary.
I know. It was.
Dave Portnoy saying he liked it.
He did. He was confused as to why the pasta was on top.
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
So what would you do? What's your breaking point? What's your cutoff point?
Well, I guess
as far as a contract goes.
I'll swallow the 5 years.
Slow down.
I know. I guess 160. I know. I don't want to go to 6.
So it's the years or the money?
Most of the years, but I also don't want to pay. I don't want to pay him $35 million a year.
Right.
Like I'll settle for $30 million a year. I get it. He had a great year.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give in on the 5 years. But if we get to 6 and 35, like at that point, just
Saquon Schwarber.
Exactly. Just go to Kyle Tucker because Kyle Tucker's going to get something similar. He's 4 years younger. He can play the outfield. Of course, it's going to be a 10-year deal rather than a 6. But who cares? I mean,
right.
He's 4 years younger than Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
So I just want again, the main thing that's been this whole offseason, I want them to keep their options open and not feel like they have to just pay Schwarber whatever it takes to bring him back. I want Kyle Schwarber back. But I also don't want to pay a 33-year-old DH $35 million when I know heading into last year he was never going to sniff this money, and it's very hard to believe he puts up a year that he put up like he did last year.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see. Now, and what I think is also interesting is the Phillies keep getting mentioned now with other names. Bregman's been out there. Murakami from Japan they've been linked to. John Heyman said they're lurking on Cody Bellinger. Which I know gets you tickles your tonsils.
Yeah, it does tickle my tonsils.
And Bellinger, listen, it's so interesting because he's been really good for 3 years, but it doesn't feel like there's a lot of buzz for Cody Bellinger, even though he is a former MVP. And I wonder if people are so caught up on him getting non-tendered a couple years ago.
It's just so weird. He's been good since then.
Yeah.
You know?
We overrate the defense a little bit. Like he's more of a corner guy than a center fielder at this point in his career. But still, if they sign Bellinger, he also hit lefties really well last year, doesn't strike out a ton, and will hit a minimum of 25 home runs in this ball.
Hold on, not just last year. His career splits, lefty-righty, are even. He's like 820 OPS lefty and 835 against righty.
And he can
play first base.
And he plays the field. And it's going to be
You
similar.
don't need him to play first base.
You give Bryce a day off and let Bellinger play first base while Bryce is DHing or something. You give Bryce more DH days. I'm just saying he is a good corner outfielder and he can play first base.
Yes. Mets also signed Devin Williams last night. They gave him 3 years, $51 million. Horrible with the Yankees last year. Kind of turned it on the last month, and I think the Mets are buying into that. What's interesting here is obviously they have Edwin Diaz, who has killed the Phillies for a good time.
Yeah.
Do they let him go? Do they want to be able to re-sign him? Williams, Diaz is a pretty good 8-9 if the Mets and they sign Kyle Schwarber. So
they can't pay two relievers $20 million a year
Steve
each.
Cohen. I mean, Steve Cohen. They got off the Nimmo contract, which was $100 million. So yeah,
they're like the Dodgers.
They are like the Dodgers.
Except they don't win.
No.
Right.
No. And then last thing, Passan did a 25 trade candidates this morning. He labeled Alec Boehm at 50+% getting traded.
Okay.
50+%. An interesting thing he threw in here is if they spend their money elsewhere, they could still move him and either acquire a stopgap at third base or just run with top prospect Aiden Miller.
No way.
Just saying.
To start the season?
Would be crazy. Just, again, I wouldn't advise it. Start him at Lehigh Valley. Let him kind of cook there. If he's.
I'd rather see him than Otto Kemp.
It's exciting. I know.
At least that'll give us something to be excited about.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited about the Ottoman Kempire, for sure.
Yeah. The Ottoman Kempire.
Kempire.
The idiot.
What?